Thank you very much for staying with us once again. Welcome to Sports 7GH Editorial. Sports 7GH Editorial. I'm going to bring you fantastic editorial in this video on this channel, Sports 7GH. And today's editorial is on Mohammed Kudus transfer. We are going to bring you an editorial on that, and I'm sure you are going to enjoy it. Okay, good. So do all to stick and stay with us as we delve into the transfer news of Mohammed Kudus, all every angle you ought to know, and our final conclusion and everything will be in this video on this channel, Sports 7GH. Do all to subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell, and select or leave your thoughts, comments, views, opinions below in the comment section if you have any. Thank you very, very much for staying with us. Even before we go into our editorial, let's just talk about Thomas Partey quickly and very short. Okay. So yesterday we saw Sky Sports release this thing about Christian Norgaard and Thomas Partey, statistics involving Christian Norgaard and Thomas Partey for the season that just ended. Christian Norgaard for Brentford, Thomas Partey for Arsenal. We know that Thomas Partey is being let go by Arsenal, and according to reports, they are going to replace him with Christian Norgaard. In fact, a lot of Arsenal fans are saying Christian Norgaard is not going to replace Thomas Partey. It is rather Zubimendi who is going to replace Thomas Partey, and Norgaard will be replacing Jorginho. Charlie, what is this? If Thomas Partey stayed, Christian Norgaard wouldn't have come. So that is the baseline. If Thomas Partey's contract was extended, it was going to be Zubimendi and Thomas Partey. So if Thomas Partey is not staying, and because of that, you are bringing Christian Norgaard. Who is he going to replace? He's going to replace Thomas Partey. Unless you are telling us that if Thomas Partey stayed, then Zubimendi rather will be replacing Jorginho. But Zubimendi was bought not to replace Jorginho, but rather to be the first choice and defensive midfielder for Arsenal Football Club. In essence, he will be replacing Thomas Partey, and Thomas Partey will be demoted if he had stayed to be the second choice for Zubimendi. It is very clear. It is just simple and clear. This one here is there. So Christian Norgaard is going to replace Thomas Partey, whether Arsenal fans like it or not. That is how it is. It is the truth. And if you look at the statistics, I've already told you on this channel that this guy can never replace Thomas Partey. Look, forget about statistics. If you look at the eye test, the ball Thomas Partey has played from Atletico Madrid to 5 years at Arsenal, there is no way Norgaard can boast of any of that. I don't know Norgaard's best season in football, but he can never, and he knows and he will respect that Thomas Partey is a better defensive midfielder than him. No two ways about that. Absolutely no two ways about that. So the statistics need here. It just goes to confirm what all of us have been saying, that Arsenal looks to be doing a very bad business when it comes to their midfield role, especially the defensive midfield role. And we are just hoping that they will know what they are doing, and Norgaard will come and deliver. In fact, he can come and deliver. It's not it. So that is how things are. Now let's move on and talk to you about our editorial today. Now, we are looking at the Mohammed Kudus transfer situation. And it is very clear that Mohammed Kudus wants to get out of West Ham United. And then also West Ham United wants to sell Mohammed Kudus from the club so that they will get some amount of money over there. And it's important that we look into the transfers and see what will help Kudus Mohammed. Now, the baseline of my editorial, okay, is that Mohammed Kudus at this stage of his career deserves a Champions League football. Simple. Now, best friend of Mohammed Kudus is Kamaldeen Sulemana. Everybody knows he's the best friend of Mohammed Kudus from the Right to Dream Academy to Norgaard, and then they parted ways, and then right now they are in different clubs and all of that. Kamaldeen Sulemana is going to be playing in the UEFA Champions League next season. So I am sure that even Kudus Mohammed himself, when he's there, he's like, boga, if my best friend is going to be playing. It's not like Kudus hasn't played in there. He's played there before. He's dominated and done well. But then he's going to be 25 in August. It is the stage of his career he should be playing the big competitions in Europe. So, he should be moving to a club that is playing in the UEFA Champions League. Simple and finito. That is what I am talking about right now. That Mohammed Kudus, if he is leaving West Ham United, should follow this thing of Kamaldeen Sulemana and also move to a club that is going to be playing in the UEFA Champions League. Because if you look at 25 years in August 25, the African player from 25 there, no, but they will not start taking you serious. The clubs will not. They will think that you are getting to your 30s and that. So you have to sign the right deal today, the right deal at this time, and go to the right club. So Mohammed Kudus must ensure that he moves to a Champions League club, because Ghanaians and everybody wants to see the star boy. Can you imagine? How can you be a star boy of Ghana? Star boy of Ghana. You're not playing the Europa League. You're not playing the Champions League. You're just playing the English Premier League and the FA Cups and all. Boga. Mohammed Kudus must move to a Champions League club. And if you look at the suitors, the clubs who are interested in him. In fact, the reason why I'm saying he should move to a Champions League club is because he has already said he doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. So if you do not want to go to Saudi Arabia, then it means you are staying in Europe. And if you are staying in Europe, you should be moving to a club that's playing the Champions League football. Now, the clubs who are interested in Kudus, lots of them are in the Champions League. Chelsea Football Club will be playing the Champions League next season. Arsenal will be playing the Champions League next season. We've heard of Newcastle interested. They will also be playing the Champions League. Tottenham Hotspur are also interested, and they will also be playing in the Champions League football. 4 clubs interested in the English Premier League, and all of them will be playing the Champions League football. Of course, he signed a new agent, okay? He has a new agent, and that's the Roof Agency. And obviously, they can sell him to other clubs outside of Europe. So the Spanish La Liga, the likes of Villarreal and the rest are going to the Champions League. If you go to the French Ligue 1, to Monaco and the rest are going to the Champions League. And it looks like for the continuous future, Monaco will be in the Champions League. Is that not it? If you go to Italy, there are clubs also going to the Champions League. So I'm saying that the next move of Mohammed Kudus, he should have at the back of his mind that I am moving to a Champions League clubs. And the benefit of playing in the Champions League is very simple. One, you get the eyeballs. But Tuesday, Wednesdays, everybody is watching the Champions League. It's the biggest club competition in the world, aside maybe the FIFA Club World Cup. Okay, so if you are playing the Champions League every and if you perform in the Champions League, one, your value goes up. Your negotiations power, if you want to extend your contract and everything, it goes up. If you perform in the big competitions, that is what helps you. Do you get the point I'm making? So it is very important that Mohammed Kudus plays in the UEFA Champions League. It is just as simple as that. He must and he ought to play in the UEFA Champions League. That is my view, and that is what I am talking about. What do you have to say about all the issues I've discussed? I think it's going to be very good for him to go and play for a Champions League club. Let me know your thoughts, comment, views, opinions in the comment section. Like the video, hit the notification bell, and select all. Thank you very much for staying with us and joining us once again. Definitely, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.